What number would it take for you to pack in your business? What number would it take for you to retire? Or what number would it take for you to go on permanent holiday without worrying? Watch this video and I'll tell you more. Click the bell and subscribe to be notified every time we produce our best pieces of content. There's a large proportion of our clients that have complete clarity of what their number is, their FU number. And by having clarity, they know exactly what they're aiming for. They know what it will take to get there. And when they do, they can celebrate their success. I know mine. Now it's time to know yours. Number one, lose false expectation. Yeah, there's a lot of management training around at the minute. So a big figure that I hear all the time is to be financially free is £3 grand a month. Now stop. £3 grand a month is a very comfortable living, but £3 grand might not be enough, and £3 grand could be too much depending on what you want. Now, the real trick, I believe, in finding your number and what number you would fly away from is really getting a good belief and grasp of what is right for you. And that's you, not anyone else, you. So let go of any false expectations that you may have. Let go of it and really keep yourself open to really go there to find out what yours is. Number two, I can't. Surely? What? Retire? What would I do? I'd have to sit at home all day with my wife. Ooh. No, I'm not sure if we do that. But I have to work. No, you don't. What you have to do is support yourself. What you have to do is pay things that you do, and you have to support yourself. That's it. And all you have an intention to is to be the best person for you. That's doing what you want, and that's feeling, and that's being completely happy in what you're doing. And everyone's different. Now, retirement doesn't have to happen at 65 or 68, or by the time that I get to retirement, 102. You could, if you got enough money and you was completely happy and this is the lifestyle that you want to lead, you could retire a lot earlier or go on permanent holiday, whatever pushes your buttons. So if you've ever come across this story, one parable that I find fascinating is the one about the Mexican fisherman. Type it into YouTube. I think it's a great story. It really gets you thinking. I get it. Right, yeah. But yes, Michael, that's fine. But yeah, I love working. I get it. So do I. I love running my business. I love running my team. I love the customers and I love the buzz. I love the excitement. I love doing the deals. I love it all. Same as you. But I've never ever found a story of someone on their deathbed that said, I want to spend another day at the office. I want to spend another day on site. I want to spend another day knee deep in paperwork. Now, I haven't surveyed the whole world. I may be wrong. So if you have got anyone that you've come across that when they're terminally ill or they're on their deathbed and they're about to die that said, I wish I'd spent one more day at the office or at work, please comment below because I'd love to hear. Now, in getting to your number, you need to know a few basics to start off with. So number one is knowing your need number. Now, need is what you need to live. So that can be your rent, that can be your mortgage, that can be your light, heat, food, all of the basic necessities that you need to live. Now, in the modern day, as we are at the minute, most costs are averaged out monthly because we live in direct debit land. So you'd be able to get a really good handle, and I get that there are variables of roughly for a 6 to 12 month period what your monthly costs are that you need to live. That's important. So that's your first number that you need to know in knowing what is your FU number. What number would make you happy? Please comment to know. Love to know. Number two is what you want. Now, what I want and what you want are completely different. So when I go and leave the business and stuff like that and stuff like this. And I hope it's an active choice. The one thing that I'd probably love to do is go on lots of holidays. Now, I remember a story, and I was on a Royal Caribbean cruise and we was having a tasting menu. The lady's name was Sylvia, and she was a lovely lady. She was unlucky, her husband died early, and she had enough money that she could go on holiday. Amazing. Now, she went on 10 cruises a year. 2 weeks at a time, and sometimes she'd back them up where she'd go on a lot at a time, but she'd go on 10 cruises a year where she'd go all round the world. That sounds amazing. I would personally love to do that. Now, her excitement and yours are completely different. So the second number is, what do you need? And what do you need to have fun? What do you need to have to go on holidays? What do you need to go out and entertain yourself? What do you need to do? And this is personal to you, and be honest. My personal excitement, I love going to restaurants and having a tasting menu. That is where the chef gives you their best stuff and you go, woo me. Now, for me, that's my favourite night out. When I go out with Mrs. Hem, what's yours? Now, all of them things get added together into, what do you want as a number? When you're accumulating these assets, you're doing it really so you can earn an income from them passively. And now, passive income ranges whether you've got it in high risk stocks and shares to cash at bank. The risk and the return varies greatly. Now, when you're building up your asset base, you want your assets to be excluding your house, because you can't earn money in a house that you live in, not unless you rent a room. Now, so your residual pool of assets need to achieve a certain amount of return, and that certain amount of return will be what you're living from if you want to preserve capital. Now, when I talk to people, this and varies a lot, is some people want to preserve capital forever, pass it down to the family generations, love it. Some people go, right, I've got a level of capital here, I'll earn a return off it, I'll spend it, and the children and my family get what they've done. Personal choice, there is no right and there is no wrong answer. Now, the only consideration that you've got if you're doing a capital where you're going to keep hold of it strategy is inheritance tax. So another part of knowing what your FU number is and building up your assets is to know exactly what your inheritance tax position and what legitimate legal planning you can do to help yourself. So what's your number? I hope this video has really spurred some good thoughts for you, but more importantly, I hope it is generating some actions from you. If you would like to continue this conversation, please use our contact form, which is below, and I will send a link out to you so we can continue the discussion further. The one promise that you have from me is it's not going to be a pushy sales call. So I'm more than happy to jump on Zoom, have a cup of tea, and let's have a talk and see. Let me take on board any questions that you may have around your number. Love to hear from you. Would you like to pay less tax? There are 71 opportunities to pay less tax in our book. Our current record for tax saved is over 300,000 for one company. Could yours be more? Download our free resource to see what tax you could save now and for the future. To make sure also you don't miss out on any of our future updates, tick the box saying, yes please keep me updated.